Okay. Hello, everybody. Everybody can unmute and just say hello. How about that? Hello, everyone.
Hello.
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 Hello,
Hi.
hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
It's exciting.
We got a full house here. It's good to see everybody here. I see some familiar faces and names, but I also see quite a few of you that I don't recognize names and faces here. So if you're tuning in to this broadcast as your very first exposure to pool funding, we welcome you because that's the whole purpose of this call. It's for you that to be coming to take a look at pool funding for the first time. But I will say that this is not our typical way of sharing pool funding with people. Usually we do that one-on-one, but it's always nice. We do offer this opportunity once a week to get together like this and kind of share the opportunity with yours truly. I am the creator and the founder of pool funding, and so it gives you a chance to hear it from the horse's mouth, as they say, as the saying goes. And then if it's so you can see that we're a group of people. So sometimes when you're sharing an opportunity one-on-one, you don't really have like that feel that this is much bigger than the a couple of people getting together, right? So we have thousands of members all over the world, and we've been around for about a year already. It's been over a year, and we're really excited about where we're positioned and what we expect to happen in the year 2025. We know this is going to be a great year for pool funding. Should be like a big launch from where we're at to much larger. I expect we can get into large numbers, like millions of people, joining pool funding. So your timing couldn't be better than to be looking at us right now. All right. So that being said, uh, what I'm going to do is, um, I start the recording already?
You
Yeah.
did. Yep.
Okay. Well, okay. Normally I don't do that. So normally I play some videos, and so maybe we're going to do things a little different today. Okay. Um, so let me kind of share with you how we normally share this, but instead of playing the video, I can actually kind of talk about what we have in those videos, and we'll just make this a unique call. So I'd rather not end the recording. We're off to a good start here. So sorry, doing things a little different. But normally I play three videos, and then after that we call that the presentation. So it usually takes about 15 minutes to present pool funding. So I can take about the same amount of time to present pool funding, and then I'll show you what the videos are, and we'll kind of dig into what the videos are talking about. Okay. And then um, we open it up to Q&A for the remainder of the time. So that gives you each of you a chance to interact directly with me. Ask me anything. You'll find that we are transparent and organization with integrity, and you can ask anything you want. So, all right. So let's see here. Can we share my screen? Okay. So let me go to here. All right, so normally this is the video that we share with people. Is this one that kind of opens up with the 2025 here. Okay. And join pool funding and order an AI agent today. Okay. We actually have a description. See here more. Okay. So basically, if you go through the description here, it's kind of like a story, if you will, illustrated by a person that's purchasing their first AI agent and how excited they are, and they're having a conversation, a verbal conversation with their AI, and they ask the AI to go make them some money, and then they grab their car keys and they head off to their job. And then when they get back home from their job, they ask the AI, "Hey, did we make any money today?" And then the AI starts to tell them, that, yeah, we made some money, and it turned out made more money than they make at their job. So a little story here. Okay. So that's how this video starts out. And it's great. People can really respond to that. I'm probably making you all that haven't seen the video go, "Oh, that sounds like a great video." Now, then it says, if that sounds impossible, okay, if that whole thing sounds impossible, it really isn't, because there's people that in the year 2024 have experienced just that. So these AI agents have been around for a while. We believe that the hottest trend moving forward is the AI agent, and AI agents are going to change, reality. Everything you think about it, it's going to be changed by these AI agents. And I really expect there'll probably be more AI agents than there are human beings before too long. Yeah. So one of them could be working for you, and that could put you in a position where you're actually, making more money from the efforts of your AI agent than what you could probably do at a job. Right. So the world is changing. Then we talk about an opportunity inside pool funding where you can take advantage of the different currencies that we have. We have currently 3, soon to be 4, on the market right now: PFI, PFB, and PFS. And that you could dollar cost average into these currencies and enjoy, the fact that they're trending overall. They're trending up. Okay, in the long run, they're trending upward, and so you got something that's appreciating in value overall. Okay, over you can't you got to look at it from the long view, not what happened last week. It's going to go up and down like any other thing on the market, but overall trending upwards. And so by dollar cost averaging into them, you have an opportunity to create wealth. Okay. And then let's see here. We have a plan here that creates cash flow. Okay. And we do this using a stable coin called Tether. And it's the world's most popular digital currency today. It's called USDT. And you can actually be cash flowing even from your very first day. You can have positive cash flow coming in. In order to do that, you need to build a little team. I'm going to show you a graph here shortly. I'll come back to that. So that's kind of how this first video goes. So that you have several opportunities to take advantage of when you join pool funding. So normally we lead with this video, and it creates an opportunity to talk about things. All right. Then usually people will say, okay, that's probably enough for them to sign up. Okay. So then they'll go and they'll create an account, and they'll end up, along the way, looking at this quite a bit. Okay. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to open up a bigger version of it here. Let's move this out of the way. There we go. All right. So this is if you want to say what's the opportunity in pool funding in a nutshell, you can explain it right from this one image. Okay. So we have an opportunity for people to start small, okay, and build big, or in other words, scaling up, right? So you can start in our $1 and or our $10 pool, okay? And then you start accumulating some referrals. We pay a 100% commission. So, and that's because you're basically taking like an ownership role inside of our opportunity. So think of it like an employee-owned corporation. It's kind of something like that is what we really are. So basically, all of the coins that we have, you're as we call you co-founders. You're as a co-founder, you are entitled to sell coins that you don't have in your possession in your own personal wallet, but we collectively we all sell from the same bucket of coins. And so as you sell those coins, and the people that are buying those coins, they're dollar cost averaging every day into those coins, right? With the advantage of it going up in value, they're creating wealth, and you are getting 100% for the purchase of those coins. Okay. So, for example, in the $1 pool, we have the PFI coin. Okay. So every day your referrals will pay a dollar, and they'll get a dollar of the PFI coin. Okay, it'll be in their account, and it will season in their account for 90 days, and then it gets transferred automatically into their wallet on the 91st day. Okay, so they're buying a dollar every day from you, and you as a co-founder are able to receive that $1, 100% of it goes to you. So when they go to do the transaction through our website, when they click the confirm button, the money that's in their wallet, the $1 in this example, goes from their wallet directly to your wallet. Okay, because they're paying you 100%. And then the coins will automatically be put into their account. That happens instantly. Okay, so they can see that they've got the coin in their account. Within a microsecond of them clicking that confirmation button. Okay, so that's how it works at the $1, but it works the same way in all four of the pools. Okay, so in the case of the $10 pool, we have the PFB coin there. Okay, and that coin has actually been on the market the longest. So first we came out with a $10 coin, then we came out with the $1 coin, then we came out with a $100 coin, and probably in April we'll come out with a $1,000 one. Okay. Anyway, PFB is the $10 coin. So as people pay you $10 every day to have $10 of PFB going to their account, you keep 100% of that. Okay. And as long as you're making a payment every day, likewise probably to your sponsor, then you're entitled to keep that money. So basically, you have to make a payment every day in order to receive from your referrals. Okay, in any one of these pools. So if you start small, if you're making if you got 4 referrals in the $1 pool, for example, okay, and they're paying you a dollar every day, so you're receiving $4. So I'm going to use Hunter. Let me just kind of talk the dialogue with Hunter. Hey, Hunter.
Hey, Ace.
Okay. So let's say you got 4 referrals, Hunter, and they're paying you a dollar every day. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right. But you're also paying your sponsor a dollar every day. Okay. So in the $1 pool. So what's left over is $3, right?
Right.
Doesn't it feel good to know that you're going to keep that $3 that's yours to keep? That's your positive cash flow. That's nice, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, at some point, it makes sense to also be in the $10 pool, right? A lot of
Right.
people end up starting at doing $11 a day. So from day one, they're doing both of these pools because they're considered starter pools, right? And then what's cool about this is like, let's say you got into the $10 pool, but you don't have any referrals. Maybe you've got 4 referrals paying you a dollar every day in the $1 pool, but you don't have anybody yet paying you in the $10 pool. But then one of your 4 referrals decides to also join you in the $10 pool. Well, when they make that decision, you're paying $10 every day, but they're paying you $10 every day. You are breaking even, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
that's how 100% commission works, right?
Right.
Feels good to be a co-founder, don't it? To be kind of in that ownership position where you got to keep 100%, right? So then things move quickly that way. So it only takes one referral to break even. Okay. Now, same thing is true. So let's say you had 4 people paying you, that'd be $40 coming in, $10 going out, leaving $30 left over every day. in positive cash flow. How much is that per month? If you have $30 coming in every day for 30 days, how much is that monthly?
Roughly about 900 a month.
Yeah, and wouldn't you say that around the world, $900 a month is significant, right? And
Right,
that's just four referrals. Okay, go all the way up here to the $100 pool. And the same thing. Imagine if you only had two referrals. Okay, let's just do the math on two referrals. So you're paying out $100 every day, but you've got 200 coming in, leaving 100 left over, right?
right.
So even with just two referrals in this $100 pool, you could be in a position where you've got $100 left over. So what's 100 times 30 days?
That would be about 3,000 a month.
So imagine if you had $3,000 a month coming in over here on the on this $100 pool, how exciting that would be, right? And now we're getting into like, Western, first world country, style income, right? When we're talking about 3,000 a month,
Right, right.
right? And that's only with two. Isn't it great to know it doesn't take like a huge army of referrals to get to the point where you're making $3,000 a month? That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it gets even better when you have four. So if you've got four, that would be $9,000 a month, wouldn't it? Positive
Yes,
cash
indeed.
flow. Yep. And then we can just say the same thing's true when you get into the $1,000 pool. It's all about saving up and scaling, right? So you
Right.
scale your way up to the $1,000 pool, get four people to do the same thing, you know. By the time you have four people in this pool, you might have maybe 10 people down here in the $1 pool. You might also have 10 people in the $10 pool with you down here, but maybe not all of them have scaled their way up with you. But let's say you manage to get four of those 10, okay, to come up here into the $1,000 pool with you. That would be $90,000 per month in positive cash flow. What is 90 times 12? Is that over $1 million?
Yes.
It is, isn't it? So
Yep.
90,000 times 12 months is so it only takes four referrals to become a millionaire in pool funding. Okay. Once you understand that, I don't know how you cannot be excited about pool funding. So pool funding is very, very exciting. Okay. Now, so here's how it works, guys. We're in the let me just change this down to let's change it down to the $1 pool, for example. Okay. All right, so you can see here in this account here, this is my own personal account, and basically we had kind of a reboot, or like we're like a pool funding version 2. So as of November of last year, we have kicked off a new version of pool funding that we learned from the first year, because we started in November of 2023. We learned from the first year what wasn't working, and we kept what was working. So we kept all the best parts, kind of like the old analogy of the baby in the bathwater. Okay. So we threw out the bathwater and kept the baby. Okay. You know. And so what we ended up with is a situation that for the last 104 days, I've been paying $1 on this account. Okay, so I'm a co-founder too. Just so we're equals. And when it comes to how you get paid here in pool funding, even though I'm the founder and the creator and all that, I get paid the same way you do. Okay, so we're equals in that regard. So I pay $1 every day. I get paid $1 every day from my 6 referrals, right? So those that are active, right? Not all of them are active. And then I've accumulated, so far $160 in that time frame. But I've also been purchasing PFI. So every day I have made a purchase. So like the first time was November 13th of last year. That was the first time that I made a $1 payment. And I ended up getting this much of the PFI coin, that right there. And that much coin was actually sent to my wallet on the 91st day, which would happen to be February 13th. Okay. So, and here's Let me see. I can just click on that. Yeah, this opens up the transaction. You can see that that it was sent. Now these are sent in batches, up to 50 at a time. Okay, so that's how that part works. But I'm in there. You can see my wallet address, and so this much was sent. So I purchased this much on November 13th, and on February 13th, it was delivered to my wallet all automatically. It's all done for me. Okay. Anyway, so far I have received in PF Holdings of this much coin. Okay. And so far, this is how much coin has been distributed to me so far. Okay. And that's true for all the different pools there. There's a little bit of a glitch on the valuation here. So we're working on that today. We're fixing these numbers are going to be actually uh, much higher, than they are showing right now. So just ignore the dollar amount because that's not relevant. What is relevant is that, this is exactly what was purchased. So that's the deal. So basically, when you're promoting pool funding, you're in a position to sell coin and get 100% commission. Okay. So that's the exchange. And then our coins, we have a lot of plans for how to make our coins more useful. We're going to be opening up our kind of like a marketplace in the next month or two. And that's going to be, you'll need the coins in order to, purchase products and services in that marketplace. So that's coming very, very soon. We're just a couple of months away, 1 or 2 months away from putting that marketplace in place as another component of what we're doing here in pool funding. Okay. All right. To continue, then the next video we normally show people is this $111 strategy. And in a nutshell, what we do there is say, look, the best thing to do is to join all three pools on day one. Okay. So boom, boom, boom. So you have basically what we call an activated link, which means that your referral link here will work in all three pools. That's what you want. Okay. So the $111 strategy is get set up in all three pools so you're not holding up someone below you that wants to get into a higher pool, because that's what could happen if you don't employ the strategy. If you just come in for $1 or whatever, you just come in for $10 or $11, and you don't do the $100, and then three, four referrals down, like your referrals get referrals who get referrals who get referrals, and you get a guy down there like, hey, I want to start, paying $100 every day. I got $100 every day I can put into this thing, and then you're holding that guy up because you don't have the activated link. So by doing the $111 strategy, you have an activated link for all three of those pools. Okay. And then you make a commitment at what's affordable to you. Some people, that's $30 a month is paying $1 every day. Some people can afford to pay, $330 a month, which is like $11 a day. I think most people are doing that. They start with 111 and then they commit to paying about $11 every day. So they're active and able to receive, commissions, if you will, 100% commissions from their referrals in those lower pools, the $1 and $10. And they're just, trying to build up there to where they can then get to the point where they can afford to pay $100 every day to be in the $100 pool, but at least they've had an activated link all along. So that's what that video is all about. And then the earn $3,000 a day. This really dives deep into the idea that, in maybe less than a year, if you take the pool funding opportunity serious, you can be in a position where you're a millionaire. See, if you're making $3,000 a day, that's $90,000 a month. That's over $1 million a year. So the point of this video is, we want everybody to realize that it's a reasonable, logical target to become a millionaire in pool funding within the first year of joining it. How does that sound?
Sounds excellent.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Awesome.
Now,
Awesome.
as far as wealth creation is concerned, we have this co-founder bonus. Okay, so this is a homework we have people do. So normally they've seen the first three videos that I showed you, but then we tell them, hey, you're going to want to watch this video. And by the way, these are short videos. These are like, 3 to 5 minutes long. I think this one's 5 minutes, the co-founder one. But the bonus on this is that you meet all of the requirements to become a co-founder. It takes about a year to become a co-founder. Once you've met all of those requirements, we'll take whatever coins that you have in your wallet, okay? Whatever coins are sitting in your wallet, okay? And as far as PFI, PFB, PFS, our coins, and we will give you 10 times that many and we'll add it to your wallet. So if you're holding on to one coin, we'll give you 10 more coins as a bonus. So now we've just 10 times your wealth just as a bonus. Okay. And that's amazing. And then we talk here about our coins are really best to hold, not to sell, especially when you got something like this coming, right? And then here's a chart right here where it shows the different pricing and everything. And this video here, collaboration beats competition, it kind of dives deep onto the chart over here with the price of the coins, PFI, PFB, PFS, and then what the value of how many much wealth could be created, so that will become more clear. It probably looks like a bunch of numbers right now, but when you watch this video here, it becomes very, very clear. That is really the presentation portion of pool funding. Only one other thing for people who are like, I love it, love it, love it, but you're talking about getting referrals and I suck. I am not a recruiter. Some of you might be thinking like that. Well, we have a solution for you too. You can buy signups. So we're using artificial intelligence and like a landing page and all that to drive traffic over to our website. We pay for traffic, and you could just buy a sign up if you want to. You come in here and you purchase a sign up. I've got some on the way, so you can buy one sign up for $50. You can buy two signups for $100, and that could be a solution for those of you that need that if you have any trouble recruiting on your own. Okay. All right. So that concludes the presentation portion of our meeting today. How did I do, Hunter? Well, probably wasn't as good as the video, but I think I covered the
Yeah,
high.
you covered the high points and then some, so well, pretty good, pretty good.
All right. Doing things a little different than I normally do. Go ahead, Karen. Karen's got her hand up. She's one of our members who's been with us for a bit.
Hi,
How's your
Ace. How are
experience
you
been?
tonight?
I'm doing great.
Great. You've covered a lot of great information tonight for pool funding. But one thing you didn't cover that maybe would be worth covering tonight is what pool funding is not. We're not
Yes,
MLM, Ponzi, or a pyramid. Could you explain that for us, please?
sure thing. So if you're going to relate us to any kind of thing that's got a label, right? Because we're kind of a unique animal, wouldn't you agree? So, you can't exactly, look at the giraffe and say it looks just like an elephant. You know what I'm saying? A giraffe is very different than an elephant, right? We're a different animal altogether. But I think you maybe could liken us to an affiliate marketing because we pay just one level, right? So it's 100% commission on just your personal referrals. That's how you're paid, right? Now you compare that to other opportunities that maybe are referral based, like multi-level marketing, network marketing. Those referral based systems, they don't pay on just one level. They pay on multiple levels, right? Yeah, on a down line, if you will, or an up line is getting paid every time you make a payment. A little pieces of it's being broken up and divided among an up line, right?
Correct.
But that's not us. Not that I'm against any of that. In fact, that's how I made my first million, Karen. I am what they call a network marketing millionaire. So that how did I make it in the first place? How did I succeed in the world in the first place? I did it through network marketing because it's a wonderful idea. The idea of exponential growth, attaching your ability to earn income to something that's exploding, like something that's called exponential growth, right? And so you have that concept within network marketing. And really, the scalability of what you're doing in pool funding is also employing that same principle of exponential growth without actually being a network marketing company, right? Because we only pay one level, right? So because of the scalability of moving from one pool to the next, you can see that, exponential growth also plays a role in making that even possible, right? So, uh, but the beautiful thing is that people don't have to worry about the regulations and the oversight that governments have when it comes to, what we're doing, because we're just a clean, simple, we pay one level. There's nothing crazy about what we're doing. And, it's very difficult to run a global network marketing company today because so many countries have, different kinds of regulations on it, right? So licensing and all that necessary if you're going to be that kind of a deal. So anyway, we're not that, and obviously, the counter product to that would be on the illegal side, what people would call a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme. So these kind of fit into, yeah, maybe there's some referrals and growing a group of people in those kind of things, but they're done illegally. And so, what we're doing, our coins are legitimately real, right? They're it's part of the digital, space that we're in today. Our music is digital now. I mean, everything's digital, right? So, it's what we're offering in the sense that people are able to sell their coin digitally, that's not a problem, right? So, uh, Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, they don't really have anything behind what they're doing. So that's what separates us. We are not any of that stuff. So did I clear that up for you?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And I think you're right. That's a really important thing to point out because, people are worried about that, right? They don't want to join something that's, well, maybe some would use the word fishy, They don't want to be, they don't want something that smells, right? Stinks.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so we keep it clean, and that's why we feel pretty comfortable being transparent, and we have a lot of integrity with what we're doing. So as you get deep into our organization, you'll see that the integrity is there. Starts with me, by the way. So I have to
Well,
be that way.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you very much.
Now, Joe, you've got your hand up too. You got a new background. What is that? The KMG?
AMG, that's my business moniker.
All right, I love it.
Yeah.
Let's really.
Yep.
That looks like a seal of approval there.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right,
Say, I just wanted to clarify one thing that you've gone over,
sure.
and it's for, maybe the new people that are joining us tonight. So then you make your payment, and let's say it's the dollar pool, and you make your payment to your sponsor. And you also receive $1 worth of coin in that pool.
That's right.
And then once you get to the 90 days or the 91st day, you receive the value of that coin into your MetaMask wallet.
Correct.
But is it the same amount at the time that you purchased it, or
It
does
is.
it increase in value
No.
over the 90 days?
So the idea is that you're purchasing at the market value, and that
Mhm.
sits in your account, and that market value on the 91st day is put into your wallet on the 91st day. So that number
So is
doesn't
it
change.
is it the same amount that you paid for it 90 days ago?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, if the value of the coin in that 90 days, like if 90 days later, maybe for $1, you get half of that, right? So maybe by the time it's going to your wallet, it might not be $1 anymore. It might be worth $2. It might be worth $3 by the time that dollar that you purchased 90 days before shows up in your wallet.
Yeah, okay, so after 90 days, if the coin value has tripled, does that mean that the money that you would get on that 91st day would be tripled of what that
Correct.
payment was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay. I just
it's the same amount, right? But we're just talking about the value of that amount, right? So the value can
yeah, the
actually
value
be
the value has
can be more.
increased. Yeah, it's accrued over the 90-day period.
And that's
Hopefully,
huge,
I
right?
mean, hopefully it's, if we all follow the program, everything will rise up and continue to rise up in value. So I just
Exactly.
wanted to clarify that.
Well, I'm glad you're clarifying that because that's what people are, that's the incentive really, right? Why would you
Yeah,
buy a digital currency? Well, because you think it's going to go up in value. That's why you'd buy it, right? And
yeah, exactly.
what if that could happen in a shorter period of time as say 90 days? What if it could be worth 50% more, 100% more? What if you doubled your money? What if you tripled your money in a matter of 90 days? That's exciting. People can
Yeah,
get around that. And because of
yeah,
what we're doing and because of how we manage the supply of these coins in the market, the likelihood of it going up is like super high. Like we got 80% pressure pushing it up, 20% pressure pushing it down, right? So it's always going to be a balance. You're going to see ups and downs in the value of the coin, but overall, with 80% of the pressure going up, the trend is going to be up. That makes sense? So
perfect sense.
yeah, so that's how we do
Yeah,
it.
okay,
We
that's
do
good.
that through
Good to
managing the
clarify that.
supply. Yeah. Paul Thompson out of the UK. How you doing there, buddy?
Yeah, doing great, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I think that you've just explained that really well. And as you were talking, I was thinking of just a little cube of gold, solid gold, and that stays the same size. But if it's increased in value over time, then when it comes to like 90 days down the line, that same little square of gold is now worth a lot more. So that's kind of how it works with the coin, I believe.
And it kind of depends on what country you're in and what year you're in. You know, that little cube of gold that you're talking about. Let's say that's an ounce of gold. Imagine if you were in Germany, before the Second World War, right? And you're in Germany and this guy Hitler is running things and you got an ounce of gold, at the beginning of that, and you held on to it, right? You didn't spend it. Have you ever seen what the value of 1 ounce of gold was compared to the mark after just a few years? It is crazy. It's like $1 trillion or a trillion marks. Like
Wow.
it went from like, something reasonable, I don't know. It was something low, like a couple hundred marks or whatever, or 100 marks. And then after about 4 or 5 years during their whole hyperinflation period that they had before the war, um, which is really what set them up for war, by the way. That's why it was the German people had a raw deal at the time, and but yeah, the hyperinflation was crazy. So you can go look that up and what was an ounce of gold worth. But at the end of that, because these guys were bringing in wheelbarrows of they literally you can see pictures of people having the marks in wheelbarrows pushing around go to buy a loaf of bread,
Mm.
because the paper money had just become worthless. And but the value of that gold just shot up to like 1 trillion marks per gold. Same thing's true with what we're doing. As these currencies, they're competing with each other. You got the dollar, the euro, but in the digital space, you got the Bitcoin, you got Litecoin, and then also our coins. Pool funding, the PFB, PFS, PFI, and the valuations are interesting. Our coins have already achieved, by the way, guys, our coins have become more, are the price of our coin have actually exceeded the price of Bitcoin. So we've already managed to get our coins to be cost more than a Bitcoin. Now that's also very different. But again, it shows that how we value things. And so you're in a position right now, if you're getting involved today, you're catching us on a downswing where basically we call this a bargain time, so basically you're buying at a discount and we're about to have a huge upswing from where we're at. So you can go to the market and buy our coins. You can do it through our website where you push a button and it just automates the payment and the payment goes off to your sponsor and all that by pushing a pay now button, right? Because it connects who you are to your sponsor, knows their wallet, and knows to send the money off to them. But you can also go straight to the market and buy our coins and take advantage of the fact that they're about to go up a lot. Like we're expecting, especially PFI. Right now, you can pick up a PFI coin for about $2,000, Maybe a month from now, it's going to be $500,000. Do the math. Okay. There's an opportunity to create wealth there. If you want to get in front of that, you can go to the market and buy that up. All right. So good point, Paul. Do we have anybody new that has a question for me that just maybe here for the first time? I know sometimes new people tend to be shy. I understand that. It's okay. If you're shy, if you just want to write me up something, I'm looking at the chat now. We got Danny, who's out of Hawaii. Go ahead, Danny. You're not totally new, but you're new, so kind of counts. Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, hi. Hi everyone. So yeah, based on that last statement that you made, when we are in a downswing and it is a good time for us to buy, is that a recommended thing that you would say that we in pool funding should do besides what we're doing to accumulate coins for wealth creation with the pool funding system to make additional wealth creation?
Absolutely. In fact, the next 30 to 45 days will probably be the historic time of the creation of the what we'll call the pool funding wells. Okay. Like you talk about wells in the marketplace, right? But the next 30 to 45 days, based on everything that's going on in pool funding, we'll look back. We'll look back, a year from now, we'll look back to this time like, oh, so that's where those wells came from. They came from that time because they were able to buy up. Because let me just share my screen and make it really clear. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Let me shoot this up here and go back to here. Okay. Let's take a look at this chart. So this is the PFI chart right here. Our price target for PFI is $500,000. We expect to hit that soon. Okay, $500,000 per coin. Okay. Now, what's the value of our coin today?
$1,946 for PFI.
That is correct. Well, over here it says 72, but yeah, it's depends on when you refresh it kind of thing. Anyway, so you can see here, we're really down here. Okay, so I mean, at one moment there was a moment our coin shot up all the way to over $4 million. So there was a point where the PFI coin was worth like $4 million. It was a brief moment, but overall, we're looking to move the coin from where it's currently sitting, just shy of $2,000, all the way up to $500,000. Okay, so if we go back to the chart here, we look for 2,000 on the chart. So there's 2,000. So you have a 250x. Okay. Let's just say that you had, so Danny, let's say you had an extra $1,000 that you just want to like sit on for, let's just say for a couple of years. Okay. You want to put it to work, right? So you decide to buy $1,000 worth of a PFI. Okay. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So you go to the market and you take $1,000. Okay. And you times that. So $1,000 of your money. Okay. So you think about that thousand. If you don't put it to work, a year later, it's just $1,000 still, right? 2 years later, it's still $1,000, right? Maybe the purchasing power has gone down, but it's still $1,000 if you don't do anything with it, right? But if you put it to work, in this case, you're going to get a 250x. So times that by 250. So times 250. Okay. That's a pretty good deal. So you've now, in a matter of a short period of time, you position yourself in a matter of 30 to 45 days to turn $1,000 into $250,000. How you feeling about that, Danny?
That's crazy.
Okay, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Now, don't get too excited about selling it, right? Because we have that co-founder bonus. It takes about a year to qualify for that. So if you just sit on that and get and work towards that co-founder bonus, okay, you're going to get 10 times. So if you have a $250,000 worth of coin, well, that's like having half of one of those coins, right? That's like having one half of a coin that's valued at a 500,000, right? But look, you're going to get 10 times more of the coin. Okay. So we're going to give you 10 times more coin a year later, right? So we'll times that by 10 times 10. We're talking about $2.5 million. So you made a $1,000 decision today, taking advantage of a very sweet opportunity, right? To position yourself to get $2.5 million in about a year or so. And then you're going to want the price to stabilize before you sell it. So maybe you're 2 or 3 years out before you sell the whole thing. But is that okay to take $1,000 and spread it over, 2 or 3 years and maybe I don't know, what would you do with $2.5 million, buddy? What would you do with that? How would you use?
Well, we're talking about complete financial and time freedom, right?
You wouldn't be in debt anymore, that's for sure.
That that's for sure.
Yeah, but you could buy a boat if you're in Hawaii, maybe you go decide to buy a $2 million boat, so you can.
You wouldn't have to
Yeah.
worry about the price of eggs.
That's for sure.
Uh, Now, I don't know if
Yeah,
I want a boat that bad, to spend that kind of money for a boat. I got, better things, to be spending that kind of money on.
I'm just using it
For
as an example, where you can get yourself a $2 million girlfriend, whatever works for you, buddy. So
Yeah, you wouldn't have to be concerned about the price of anything at that point.
That's right.
and that's
That's
Yeah.
right.
that's just $1,000, guys,
Yeah,
today.
that's
That's
freedom.
amazing.
Yeah,
What a great illustration.
you love it,
Are
right?
you saying that so we're basically when we're in a downswing, then it's like you got the big for sale sign on, right? It's like
Yeah,
get
it's
them
it's
while it's hot,
yeah,
right? Get them while it's hot.
totally. I mean, for sure. So what's going to happen is that there are certain things that are working in the background. So let me just talk to you about. Let me show you. Let me share my screen again. Sometimes it's best to show you than to tell you. So documentation beats conversation. So let's go back over here. All right. So if we go into the channel here, we've got now 293 videos on the channel here. Okay. So we'll go to videos. I'm looking for this one right here. Let the dominoes fall. Okay. That one right there. You see, I'm working on pushing that first domino over right now. As soon as I push that first domino over, everything is going to fall into place after that. Okay. And what is that domino? Paid signups. We talked about that earlier. That for those people that struggle, for anybody, even if you're not struggling, you can buy paid signups directly through the website, through the pool funding website. Just click and buy. $50 each. You buy up to 2 at a time. We fill the order. So imagine this. Imagine being able to pay $50 for a sign up and then having that sign up delivered the same day you buy it. How about that?
That's awesome.
Now that's not the case today. We've got some people have been waiting for months, because we're tweaking and the system, right? But we're almost there to the point where we've got it almost perfected, where we can just turn the dial up on traffic, sending traffic to the website. Once we turn that dial all the way up, we could fill orders the same day. That's what we're working on right now. That is going to create an explosion of growth in pool funding that, I mean, I dare say it would be rare to find it in any organization, the kind of explosion I'm talking about here. Just go.
We're talking about an unheard turnkey type of a opportunity, right?
Totally. Yeah. You got to do something, right? It's not completely like, just join and sit back and do nothing, right? But I would say that the number one thing that you got to be good at in pool funding, if you want to, reach the heights of the heights that we're talking about here, is you have to be a real caring human being that is supportive of their team of referrals. Okay, especially that. Okay, if you're supportive beyond that, which you look at Hunter as an example of that. Hunter doesn't care if you're his personal referral or not. He treats you like, like your family, right? He'll spend time with you, right? He's a great leader and very available within our community. But the
All about
role
support.
of support, right? Imagine the
Yes.
main job that you have is support, helping people, just supporting them. Sometimes that's just listening to them. Sometimes it's helping them solve some sort of sometimes there's glitches or there's problems that come up, or sometimes there's confusion that needs to be cleared up. These are the types of things that you do when you're playing a supporting role. And anybody can do that, right? Anybody can do it. Anybody can be a supporter. Even if you're not good at selling, even if you're not good at recruiting, you can be good at support, right? And so 100% of our members, that's their main focus, is being an excellent support. Because
Yes,
ultimately,
I like how you emphasized our relationship building on a regular basis.
it's important. Because think about it like this, ultimately, if you want to flip the perspective the other way around, okay, look at it from the referrals point of view. That referral is sending you, Danny, $1,111 every day, right? So they move up to the top pool with you, right? And now they're sending to you every single day $1,111. It's going from their wallet to your wallet, Danny. So, wouldn't you, kind of expect me to get some support from your you get a little bit of a listening ear, a little bit of love from your sponsor, since you're sending that to them every day, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And so see, this really this tightens up that relationship, because now the bonds of the relationship are, financial,
Right.
you know. And when people see that, then they're going to be nice to each other, right? Imagine a
Right.
world where everybody treats each other nicely. We're
Right.
all nice
Well,
to
you
each
know what I
other.
like? You know what I like and I find unique about this community is that even though we're not like upline and downline with, all of the different co-founder people on the call, it's like it's so inspiring to me because there's people on this call right now that have been in a while and that have a good number of referrals that are making sizable cash flow right now, and which speaks, loudly and volumes of the success of the program uh, right now as we actually speak. And so I'm so grateful to be part of the community and where people are, just even on the call right now, and even if they don't, speak up all the time, but they're bringing in the bank right now, and that's really inspiring and motivating.
Yeah. Yeah. Even those that are really quiet, but they show up every time we have a get together, they're here, you know, that's leadership, right? Even if they're not verbally putting themselves out there, Danny, the fact that they show up every get together. We have three of them per week, officially. We have other
Right.
get-togethers unofficially, like we just kicked off a series with Hunter called Crypto Cove, where he does a deep dive into what is cryptocurrency and how to avoid making big mistakes with it. So people like that. They don't want to screw things up when they get into this whole digital money thing called crypto.
So,
And so, people show up to these things, and they're building up their ability to provide that support, right? So the more that they show up, the stronger their ability grows, that now they're working one-on-one with their people, that they actually can be intelligent in communicating with them and give them accurate information. It's important.
Very good program for what he's doing as well. I want to just throw a pitch out there because it's very informative.
Appreciate that, Brett.
Yes. Thank you.
So we got Danny in Hawaii, Brett in Canada. All right. We're all over the place here.
Yeah.
All right. So I know there's some new people here. And you're welcome to be shy. Hopefully we've given you enough information to, at least have your interest, and we can take you from there. We're looking forward to those that you choose to be a part of our community, to have you show up on a regular basis and be one of these great members that's always here, whether they're verbal or not. There's only so much time in a meeting, right? So we can't all be verbal. So it's good that there's plenty of people that show up that don't have a need to talk too, So, but we welcome everyone, and we would like to see our gatherings to grow, where maybe we could be 10 times the number of people showing up to a meeting like this in a couple of weeks. Like I said, we're about to have we're about to kick off explosive growth once we get the dial just right on that the paid sign up program, and then from there the prices of our coins are going to go through the roof. Just for your information, PFI, the price target for PFI, the $500,000 per coin. Price target for PFB for that $10 pool. The PFB, the price target for that is 1 million per coin. Price target for PFS for the $100 pool is $2 million. That's the price target. We expect to hit all three of those price targets soon. Okay, so let's just say in less than 45 days, right? It could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks. On the outside, 45 days. Okay, that's the time frame we're looking at hitting those. So any of you that are already in the market and looking for a good buying opportunity, you're kind of getting, it's not insider information because we're publishing this out on YouTube, but it's probably better than that. Probably better than getting insider information, right? On what's, because we're very clear what we're doing and why we're doing it, and why our coins need to be priced, whether the way they're priced, and why we manage the supply like we do. All of that's out in the open. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it, guys. Brett, you want to add one more thing before we close?
Yeah, just wanted to say that one thing that you might not have mentioned, it's 100% of your invest or whatever you're doing in the pools is your return. So people that are looking at this for the first time, they want to know where their investment or whatever they're putting money into, it's a 100% return, and that's never heard of in this industry and what we're doing. I've never seen that, so I just want to say that.
When you're using the word return, I mean, I'm not sure how that particular term, but we offer 100% commission. Is that what you're talking about?
There you go.
Okay.
That's what. Thank you.
Yeah. So the idea is that when you're encouraging people to join pool funding, unlike other opportunities where you say, hey, come join this or come join that, where maybe you get 50%, maybe they move a product or whatever, and then the company keeps half of the money, and then half of the money goes to you or whatever, 10% if you're on a chain of people getting each 10%, right? Those kind of things. But with pool funding, you are really like a co-owner, right? We call it co-founder, right?
Right.
But the idea is, we take all the coins that we have, the community, it's like community-owned property, right? So it's kind of like the PFI, PFB, PFS, those coins that are already minted and already, existing, right? All of that's community property, and each of us as owners are able to sell it. And but just by joining, you become like a co-owner. We use the term co-founder, right? And then you're getting 100% of whatever you sell, because it belongs to you as much as it belongs to any one of the other co-founders what you sold. right? And it's done every day, almost like on a dollar cost averaging basis in the different pools, $1, $10, $100, whatever. It's done on a basis of you do it every day. And and that's really solid way to enter into a currency is the dollar cost average into it.
Mm.
And so there you go. 100% commission is amazing. And just because of the digital world we're in, we're able to offer that.
Thank you for explaining that.
All right. Good final point to make there. Okay, so we normally like to end these things with everybody unmuting and saying bye for now. We are going to get back together on Thursday, guys. So before we unmute, on Thursday, we'll have our co-founder meeting. We have meetings on Mondays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the Zoom link can be found on our Telegram group channel. Okay, so you can get the link to that on Telegram. So Thursday at 9:30 p.m. we'll have our next co-founder meeting. So until then, we can all unmute and say bye for now. Okay.
Bye for Thanks.
Bye for
Bye,
now.
everybody.
Oh, thanks,
Bye.
Ace.
Good,
Hasta
Ace.
Nice
luego.
meeting you.
Good night,
See you on
everybody.
Thursday.
You, Ace. Bye.
Yeah, welcome everybody that was new to the call.